And here's your PlayStation News Now quote of the day. Some people say the internet has security flaws, but I say that is untrue. Many are secure hiding behind keyboards on the internet, and you can't get more secure than that, unless you got your own entourage. What is up, everybody? Do you have that Friday feeling? What about that E3 feeling? It is so close. This Sunday it all kicks off and we cannot wait. I'm Sean Fox, you're watching PlayStation News Now, your source of news, rumor, reviews and video game discussion. So I was asked by one of my Twitter followers, also happens to be a valued subscriber, to do a video about Uncharted 4 selling extremely well and PlayStation 4 beating the PlayStation 2 sales, and that the Windows Store is, well, an absolute disaster. Okay, so the Windows Store in its current state, yeah, I agree, absolute garbage. Microsoft are not winning any PC gamers over with their UWP program. There you go, covered it. But stay tuned for more news on Uncharted 4 sales, the May PlayStation 4 NPD Report, and how PlayStation 4 is leagues ahead of PlayStation 2 sale numbers on a like-for-like year-to-year basis. But before that, in today's news. Now, what the hell happened on the Xbox Store yesterday? Fallout 4 and all its DLC content, including digital deluxe versions and the entire season pass, was free yesterday. We are talking completely gratis. Lucky Xbox One owners who managed to snag this irresistible offer had but 1 hour to seal the deal. Then Microsoft promptly put a cease and desist on the still downloading customers. As per usual, IGN were late reporting it, and by the time they did, minutes later IGN had to inform everybody via Twitter that Fallout 4 was no longer available free. You know, I'm kind of starting to sympathize with the Xbox division. So many monumental mess ups, it's unreal. They just can't catch a break. Hashtag Fallout 4 free. I imagine there will be an official Microsoft statement that follows this mishap on mainstream media at some point, but those who know how I operate know I'm not the biggest fan of buying digitally. I like to own the package, not just the code. But you know, after the free hashtag Fallout 4 everything mishap on hashtag Xbox Store, I'm beginning to warm to digital distribution. In other news, Supermassive Games, developer of the awesome Until Dawn and already an independent studio, is going multi-platform. Supermassive Games have said they will maintain their strong relationship with Sony, but also want to reach as wide an audience for their future titles as possible. Until Dawn will remain a PlayStation 4 exclusive, as Sony own the rights to the IP. And Remedy Entertainment has some kind of partnership exclusivity deal with Sony, and it's not Alan Wake. Now what could it be? Well, it could be a completely new IP, but it's certainly not going to be Quantum Break, as that is a Microsoft IP. Stay tuned for more information, and hopefully some details will come out of E3 regarding Remedy Entertainment's deal with Sony. Also, looks like the Bioshock Collection is happening, but don't expect a new Bioshock game at E3 2016. Now, Bioshock Collection has been rumored for a while now, and you can expect the Bioshock Collection some point in 2016. And the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Definitive Edition has been listed for November launch on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So those who are clamoring to get their hands on perhaps a 60 frame per second version with higher res assets, well, like me, I'm completely stoked about it. And finally, Streetfighter V will get a proper story mode later this month. I have been holding back from Streetfighter V because of the lack of content, so this is very good news for me, and I will hand over my coin to Capcom henceforth. Now, all these games are coming on PlayStation 4, and I have just 10 gigabytes left on a 2 terabyte hard drive. Sony, you're killing me with PlayStation 4 games. And now for our tip of the day. Do you want to improve your PlayStation 4 hard drive performance? You do? Well, here's a solution. You need to boot your PlayStation 4 into safe mode by holding the power button from off for 7 seconds. You will hear 2 beeps, let go of the button, then you will see the menu in safe mode. Select Rebuild Database. There will be no deletion of your files. This handy tip helps those who are having slow load times or may see extra pop-in that they didn't notice before in their open world games. Give it a try, you've got nothing to lose. Okay, let's get back to the news. So with the 3 days away and announcements ready to potentially shake up the console business, Sony's PlayStation 4 has again come away as the top selling console in the United States during May 2016, according to the NPD Group's May report. Sony confirmed with GameSpot that its console came out on top in May for the 2nd month in a row. It didn't offer any statement on the report beyond that. Now, Microsoft did comment on the report, though its focus was on anything other than Xbox One hardware sales, as is now the norm. Here's a quote. In May 2016, gaming hours on Xbox One more than doubled compared to last year, driven by the launches of Overwatch and Doom, as well as the addition of Call of Duty Black Ops to the catalogue of Xbox 360 titles playable on Xbox One, said marketing VP Mike Nichols in a statement shared with GameSpot, who went on to say, Minecraft also hit a significant milestone, with total sales to date surpassing 106 million and an average monthly unique player rate of more than 40 million across all platforms. We are just days away from E3 2016 and we're excited to share more details on what Xbox fans can expect this year and beyond. We expect this to be a special E3. End of quote. So Xbox One last outsold PlayStation 4 in the US during October 2015, which is a long time ago. Now Nintendo also commented, highlighting the impact of the 2DS price drop to $80. Sales increased 38% over April and 148% year over year, which the company notes happened with the price cut occurring during the final week of May. New hardware sales in the US overall declined 10% during the month, from $153.1 million last May to $137.7 million this year. NPD analyst Liam Callahan attributes this largely to a drop in portable sales. Here's a quote. The majority of the decline in sales stemmed from portables, down $7.3 million, and 7th generation hardware, down $5 million. 8th generation hardware unit sales were stable, but dollar sales decreased by 2%, or $3 million, due to a decrease in average price for these consoles. End of quote. Callahan also points out that Xbox One and PlayStation 4 to have a 43% higher cumulative unit sales than their predecessors at the same point in their life cycles. Now, there are reports that both Microsoft and Sony could discuss new versions of their respective consoles at E3 next week. Nintendo won't be showing the NX, but if they do, they could have a serious impact on hardware sales in June. Hardware sales were on the decline in April. Accessories were down 2% in May, from $151.5 million last year to $149 million this year. However, video game point and subscription card sales were up 8%, making it the best May ever for that category. Headsets and headphones were also up, as were gamepad dollar sales, thanks in part to more expensive items like the Xbox Elite controller, according to Callahan. Overall combined sales of hardware, new physical software and accessories were up 4% over last year, from $509.3 million to $528.6 million. It was a month of big releases on the software side, which explains an 18% jump in sales. Uncharted 4 came out on top, beating out the likes of Doom and Overwatch, though keep in mind the NPD report does not include digital sales, which may have really hurt PC-centric titles like the latter two. DC comic and fighter fans, Injustice 2 gameplay is to be shown this Saturday. Ed Boon launches a new character poll. Injustice 2 gameplay will be shown later this week during the ESL Pro League Finals. Also, Ed Boon launched a new character poll on Twitter, asking players which between 3 characters they would like to see most in the game. Now, I'm hoping it is not Superman, Batman or the Flash, because we've seen those characters already. Let us see Supergirl and whatever new characters they have in the pot. Which brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, I'd just like to make a statement. Now, if I have offended any frauds or zealots, I publicly apologize right here, right now, for not doing it sooner. And PlayStation 4 and Xbox One gamers should direct attention to the lying superfan trolls instead of slagging off actual consoles. Plastic has no feelings. Which brings us to the end of another video. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead, poke the like button. And thanks to everybody sharing our videos, helping us reach more PlayStation fans. We really couldn't do it without you. And subscribe for more PlayStation news, rumor and reviews. So until Sunday, play games, not corporations. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching.